Good afternoon and welcome to the Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. Thanks for joining us. The sun is shining. It's still a little bit on the chilly side. I'm not sure how many people are here. I heard an estimate as high as 200,000 possibly, but nonetheless, the excitement is real. Hi, I'm Ann Thompson.
Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Bill Reinhart, here with Janelle Walton.
Hey there, everybody.
We're so excited to have you, Janelle. Thanks so much for being our roving reporter and agreeing to be running up and down the parade routes.
Trying to get the mayor, you know, the vice mayor. I've got a checklist, guys. We're going to get some of these top dogs in Cincinnati.
All right, well, get to it, Janelle.
Okay, I'm off.
All right. So we're sitting here at the intersection of Race and Garfield, and until the parade gets to us, and you can see all the people lining up, we're going to bring on some interviews. We have some really important people to talk to. And let's start with Jason Barron, who is heading up the parks. It's a relatively new position for you, Jason. And people wanted to hear from you and just find out. First of all, let's just start with how many parks are there?
There's about 130 parks and green spaces that we're in charge of all throughout the city.
Wow, okay, yeah. And so you're kind of new in this position. I know you're excited. What's your vision?
Well, so I started in Labor Day, so I'm like 7 months in, so like a big veteran by now. But we're here at Pyatt Park, which is Sydney's first park ever, and so that's pretty cool. And then as far as my vision goes, I'm trying to come in and not have a vision, right? Cincinnati parks are awesome. And so what I'm trying to do is just let all the great people that work there, all the creative people, all the innovative people, tell me what they think needs to be done. And then I'm trying to fill gaps, fill holes, and get them what they need in order to make our parks as great as they can be.
All right, sounds reasonable. So tell me then, we've got the cherry blossoms out at Alt Park, lots of things to see. What kind of special programs are coming up? What do you want to say?
Well, cherry blossoms are an amazing thing to catch, if you catch them. They're like a little fleeting target. I know my brother years ago was trying to get married at some cherry blossoms down in Athens, Ohio, and they missed it by a week because they come and go quick. But right now the cherry blossoms are in full bloom out at Alt Park, so I encourage everybody to head out there and check those out. They're just beautiful right now. And then as far as other stuff going on, I mean, what could be going on better than opening day, right? We're here with the parade. We've got folks coming up and down the street, hanging out at Pyatt Park, just enjoying all the energy that makes Cincinnati so special on this day.
All right, well, we'll let you get on with it and get your place on the parade route. And thanks so much, Jason.
Wonderful to be here. You guys got the perfect spot in Cincinnati's first park, Pyatt Park. So thanks so much for having me here.
Thank you so much. We want to also thank Campbell Media for helping us out and all the many volunteers that are making this parade coverage possible.
And next, we've got Daniel Betts from the Cincinnati Recreation Commission. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
What kind of preparation does CRC have to do for opening day?
Well, we're in the parade.
Okay.
Our therapeutic rec department or division is in the parade. They'll be marching today. Typically, we're in the parade as well as just our department, but today it's just our TR unit that's in the parade. Yeah.
Your TR unit?
Yeah. Therapeutic rec.
Therapeutic rec.
Yes.
What is therapeutic
So
recreation?
therapeutic rec works with citizens across our Cincinnati that have some form of disability, either physical and or mental.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, it's great program, great opportunity for us to be engaged with the community.
Well, opening day is kind of a traditional kickoff to the warmer months, spring and summer. What do the warmer months look like for you guys?
This is our
year?
peak season. I mean, we do a lot in the summer. So summer day camp, our pools, 23 pools. By the way, we're looking for lifeguards. So shameless plug on lifeguards. We're at cincyrec.org. Please follow us. Sign up through cincyrec.org to become a lifeguard. But summer day camp, we also do a lot of sports and recreational, cultural arts activities in our summer day camps for the summer. So, yeah, it's really busy for us in the summer. It's our peak season.
Okay, fantastic. What else do you have? Anything else we didn't ask you that's interesting, that's important?
No, we're just glad to be out here. This is a great day for Cincinnati. We love being a part of this parade. We're part of this every year. And go Reds.
How are the Reds going to do today?
I'm thinking they're going to win the game today. And I'm
Okay.
thinking they're
We
going
like
to.
your prediction.
I'm thinking they're going to have a good season too. That's my
Excellent.
prediction.
All
That's
right.
what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel Betts, Cincinnati
thank you for
Recreation
having me.
Commission. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. And you know, this is the Findlay Market opening day parade. They put this parade together and have done so for decades and decades. And we want to bring to the stage Kelly Lanzer, who is the spokesperson for Findlay Market Corporation. Thanks so much for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, what an exciting day. Give us a sense of what it was like up at the market today as people were lining up.
Energy. It was so, it was buzzing early. Everyone knew that there was going to be a great forecast. So I think people just skipped work altogether, no school today. People were lining up early.
Yeah, and you know, I talked to some of those people who are lining up early, and one of them said, you know, I predict this is going to be the biggest parade, well, not necessarily the number of entries, but the number of people watching it, because she said, you know, we were tired, like, being stuck inside with COVID, and then it's a nice day, and so she was predicting hundreds of thousands. So.
Whoever you were talking to seems smart. This is the first real parade we've had since COVID. Last year, it was a great parade, but if you remember, we had the strike. So we didn't know when opening day was, so there was a little bit, you know, people didn't know what day to call off work, what day to be in the parade. So this is the first real one back.
Yeah, well, so let's talk about the market.
Yeah.
And, you know, what exciting things do you have going on there?
Lots and lots of exciting things. So first and foremost, we have a new president and CEO starting next week. She's actually here today. It's her first opening day. She's coming to us from New Orleans. So we're really excited. She'll have some fresh perspectives, some new ideas. She's learning a lot just being here today and being around the market. Of course, lots of things happen in the spring. So we've got a couple new vendors. We've got inside the market babushka pierogies. We've got Moxie outside, flavors of the aisle, and we already know of a handful of outdoor vendors that are going to be brand new this year that we're very excited about.
All right, and probably not too much longer after this parade ends, you'll be starting to plan the next parade, probably.
I can see a lot of my team members already taking notes, ready to chat tomorrow. So we'll take tomorrow off from the parade and then regroup, figure out what went well, what we want to fix for next year, and start the planning for 2024.
All right, well, enjoy today, Kelly.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
All right.
So this is the 104th opening day parade for Findlay Market, and as you can see, the parade has started. We're just waiting for them to get down here. Started to hear a few cheers and yells up the street. The parade starts at Findlay Market. It comes down Race Street to 5th, then it turns left, goes east on 5th Street, past Fountain Square, where there's a whole slew of people, and then folks kind of follow it along and head over to the ballpark.
And to quote parade chair Neil Lukin, he said, it should be a very entertaining parade from start to finish.
160 or so entries this year, a little smaller than last year where they had more than 200. And of course, this is just the precursor to the Reds season. The Reds play today. They're hosting the Pirates. The gates open at 2 o'clock. The game is officially sold out. Pre-game ceremonies start at 3:30. Former Reds third baseman Todd Frazier throws out the ceremonial first pitch. The game ball delivery is from the mayor, Aftab Piraval. There will be a flyover from 2 F-16s from the 112th Fighter Squadron Stingers from the 180th Fighter Wing Ohio Air National Guard base in Toledo,
and I want to say, you are prepared. Look at what Bill has, all these facts and figures. So
well, the Reds kind of made it easy. They put it all in one place. We've got a giant 300-foot flag unfurled by members of the Cincinnati Fire Department just before the game. There's the Honor Guard. The Rosie Reds will be presenting plaques to the Reds manager and the Pirates manager. And of course, the Findlay Market basket, a tradition from years and years. They'll make their basket presentation to Reds manager David
A little bit
Bell.
ago, we introduced you to Janelle Walton. She's out on the parade route. What do you have for us, Janelle?
Hey there, I have Knox here. Knox, you are all decked out in your Reds gear. Tell us about coming down to see the Reds opening day parade.
My mom and dad surprised me. They took me out of school.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know that they were surprising me today.
Who's your favorite Reds player?
Jonathan India right now, and then George Foster throughout.
One final question. Any predictions for the team this year?
They're going to do good.
All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Janelle. You know, I also asked somebody I interviewed today, who's your favorite Reds player? This kid was probably like 4 years old. He was like, and I was like, that's okay. Everybody's new. We don't know who our favorite player is yet either.
Well, that means you get a fresh start. You get to pick new favorites.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can hear the parade. It's drawing close. It's led, as always, by Rozzy's famous fireworks there in the pickup truck. There we go. They are showing off that little, well, the big flame thing there.
Rozzy's has been in business since 1885 and has done shows all over the world, most recently Germany, Malta, Montreal, Australia. Those were some of the ones on their website.
And they take care of the fireworks during the game, whenever there's a home run, and they do the post-game fireworks. And then, of course, on Friday nights after games, home games, there are fireworks. That's all from Rozzy's.
As you mentioned, there are 159 entries, down from 200 last year.
And here comes the Cincinnati Police Motorcycle Squad. Well, actually, I think this is Hamilton County Police Association, because I see more than just Cincinnati Police in there. A number of departments in Hamilton County do have motorcycle squads, including Cincinnati Police, Hamilton County Sheriff's Department. I see the Ohio State Highway Patrol. I believe Colerain Township Police have a couple of motorcycles as well. And they start out the parade, making sure everyone is back up onto the sidewalk. And I remember as a kid, parades would start with the motorcycles and they'd terrify you. You would make sure you were not in the street. And of course, they're doing some pretty elaborate...
I'm impressed.
Yeah, that takes a lot of practice.
Organizer Debbie Knuvin-Ganaway said that the parade staff got rid of a lot of stuff that wasn't that exciting, and since the parade is going to be seen by hundreds of thousands of people, she asked people to step up their game, and many of them did.
I see Green Township in there as well. Didn't mean to leave them off.
Today we're going to see nearly 24 high school and college marching bands, 18 high school, 1 from West Virginia, 4 college bands, including Wilberforce. So many people I talked to this morning said they're looking forward to the bands.
Coming up next, more Rozzy's folks marching along behind the motorcycle squad. I noticed there is another motorcycle squad. I'm not going to ruin the surprise, but a little later there's another big group of motorcycles coming through from another police organization outside of the area. Look forward to that, tease you with that one. As you were mentioning, all the bands, there's a lot of horses and there's a lot of antique fire trucks, and I love all 3 of those.
Well, good. And also there's going to be a lot of sports entries that you'll be seeing coming down Race and over 5th. We're talking about Cincinnati Reds alumni float, Bengals Super Bowl alumni float, Bengals punters and kickers, UC college basketball alumni float, and the list goes on. Also MMA and Olympic.
And FC Cincinnati's got an entry.
Yes,
they are here to turn out to, they're turning out today to support the Reds. The whole city just goes red crazy, and in a good sort of way. You know, I've not seen a crowd downtown Cincinnati like this since last October when it was Blink, the big light and color festival. And speaking of colors, it's one color today that's uniting all of us, the color red.
Yeah, and so you're from Nebraska, and when you came here, what did you think?
I thought this was pretty amazing. I grew up with a parade just about this size. It seemed to, you know, as a kid, it seemed to go on forever and over and ever. And a lot of Shriners in that one, a lot of tractors and a lot of horses. And so I grew up loving parades, and to find this here just blew my mind. It was jaw-dropping, and it helped me to fall in love with the city.
Yeah, we have the BBC visiting our station, and they mentioned they might come check it out.
Yeah, I should mention Ann Thompson, myself, and Janelle Walton. We're all from Cincinnati Public Radio. We're working with Cincinnati City Cable and Campbell Media to bring you the parade today. We want to thank Campbell Media and City Cable for all the work that they're doing. And let's face it, they're doing the heavy lifting. We're just sitting here talking.
And so we have a number of entries.
Coming up, we're seeing the Cincinnati Police Department Honor Guard. 5 members carrying the flags of the United States.
And we also have the Pendleton County NJROTC. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Navy Junior ROTC.
see the parade still coming down. The honor guard is just about half a block from being level with us.
And I'm
still
thinking there are more people than last year, definitely.
Well,
I think
it's a
the sun
beautiful
is
day.
helping.
I think last year it was kind of cloudy, kind of bleh. This year, bright and sunny, and warming up rapidly. I believe by 4 o'clock, first pitch, temperature should be about 60 degrees, and you really can't ask for anything better in late March in Cincinnati.
You know, this morning I talked to, this surprised me, a number of people who had never seen the parade before. And I said, what prompted you? Because they had lived here. One lived here 13 years. Oh, just wanted to come down, heard so much about it. And another guy hadn't been down in a number of years, but we're excited to see it.
And here we have the Cincinnati Police Department Honor Guard, 5 members carrying the U.S. flag, the Ohio flag, and the City of Cincinnati flag. And we'll pause as they go by. They are followed by Cincinnati Police Command staff.
Hey, how are you? You're out here today having a good time.
An amazing time. Beautiful weather. Opening day. Doesn't get much better in Cincinnati.
Any hopes for the Reds today?
Oh, come on. They're going to win. Hunter Green on the mound. We got it. We got good chance.
Out here. We'll
We
let
got
you
you.
go.
Thank you, Janelle.
For catching up to the police chief.
That was Chief Teresa Fiji. And right now it's the 338th U.S. Army Reserve Command Band. Right behind the 338th, it's the Cincinnati Fire Department. Every year, Engine 5 leads the parade, just as the Cincinnati Reds are the first professional baseball team. Cincinnati Fire Department's the first professional fire department in the United States. Founded April 1st, 1853. 170 years as professional firefighters serving the city of Cincinnati. They have 850 members in the local 48
Oh, look at the St.
union.
Bernard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Bill, go ahead.
That's okay. I think that was about it. Engine
And not too
24
far
with family
from
members
us.
and firefighters.
Yeah, not too far from us is the Fire Museum. I know they have an entry in the parade,
Yes.
too.
We will mention there's another. Oh yes, there's the entry for local 48. 850 members of the department riding on a ladder truck. Now that is the seat to have if you're a kid. Can you imagine?
Definitely.
Guess what, kids? Today you get a ride on top of a ladder truck.
Lucky kids. And just the whole upbeat atmosphere. Somebody I interviewed said they love the parade because it's just an example of positivity. You've got the parking lot right beside us here at Race and Garfield that these guys always come out. They get here at like 6 a.m. and they're just get their food and everything ready.
You got to be hard pressed to find someone not in a good mood at this parade.
I want to give a shout out to Bill's shirt here. I think you look very sharp, and I mean you're a little brave because it's not quite short sleeve weather right now, but
we're working through. It's warming up quite nicely.
yeah.
Coming up next, the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary. It's a volunteer uniform branch of the Coast Guard. Auxiliary members help with safety patrols in rivers and local waters. They teach safe boating classes. They perform vessel safety checks, and they support the Coast Guard however they can. That's a 22-foot boat they're towing. That's PFD Panda. And they are always encouraging kids to wear their life jackets when they're out on the water. Now, speaking of the Coast Guard and the Fire Department, they had a busy day yesterday with a barge catching on fire on the Ohio River. But right behind them, Pendleton County High School Navy Junior ROTC. High school program sponsored by the U.S. Navy seeks to install in students the values of citizenship, service to this country, personal responsibility, and a sense of accomplishment. And I hear what I'm going to guess is the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, we
I
have
hear
all kinds
bagpipes.
of views for the broadcast, thanks to the bucket truck and all our volunteers and Campbell Media.
Here's the Findlay Market float.
They
The
put
Findlay
the parade
Market's
on.
104th parade with the Cincinnati Reds. And here comes the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard. And you can hear their pipe and drum corps. Let's listen in. So yeah, add another thing to the list of things I love in parades, and that's pipe and drum corps.
I think
Hamilton
those
County
are kind of
pipes.
hard to play, aren't they?
That's what I'm told.
Bagpipes?
Oh, we have, there was the sheriff I saw, and I believe the Hamilton County Commissioners will be
All right.
marching with the
Charmaine
Sheriff's
McGuffey.
Department. They've always got a great big entry, the Sheriff's Department does.
And I don't know if mixed in there was the Hamilton County Police dive team, too. They certainly do a lot.
I think they might be next. Well, yeah, might be kind of merged together. Oh, that older cop car there, I believe, is the police museum. They always bring that old 1980-something Chevy Caprice out. Looks brand new.
Okay, did you
See,
just
there
know
it is.
that, or
black
was that
and,
in your notes?
Black and white.
Okay.
I've noticed
That's
it before.
pretty good. Okay.
So yeah, I think mixed in with the Sheriff's Department, kind of hard to tell where one starts, one ends. But yes, the Hamilton County Police Association, including the dive team. It is it is 64 local, state, and federal agencies all come together for law enforcement. They've got the clergy team, which was formed in 1971. They've got the SWAT, which was formed in '73. Underwater Search and Recovery, 1974.
Commissioner
Janelle.
Alicia Reese, happy opening day. We got the greatest opening day in the world, greatest parade. Let's go Reds. I'm the honorary captain. We're going to win today.
It's Hamilton
All right.
County Commission President Alicia Reese.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Janelle.
And Denise Treehouse walking with her supporters. Denise Treehouse also on the County Commission. We got to point out this is the first time in Hamilton County history that you've had 3 women on the Board of Commissioners.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Bill. This is the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. We're not sure how many people are here, but probably over 100,000. The parade organizer put it at 200,000 possibly. A sunny day, a little on the chilly side, but everybody's excited and all ages here.
Yeah, there's the dive boat from the Hamilton County Police Association. Coming up next, we've got the Grand Marshals, Danny Graves and Bronson Arroyo. 2 favorite Reds pitchers who've moved on, but have come back for today.
Yeah, in case you didn't remember, Bronson Arroyo was playing with the Reds from 2006 to 2013, also 2017. Danny Graves was here from 1997 to 2005. I didn't realize that Danny Graves is the only Vietnam-born player in the history of the major leagues. He's now a baseball analyst, and all his hits, did you know this, Bill? All his hits, Danny Graves, were home runs in 2000 and 2001.
No way.
That's true. I'm
No
not sure how
way.
many of the home he
Oh,
had
come
home runs,
on.
but all his hits, that's all he got. Yeah,
That can't be real.
look it up.
That's a fantastic statistic. Janelle.
Hey there, Bill. I'm going to get Danny. He's greeting his fans. Hey there, Danny.
How you doing? Great. This is wonderful. So amazing. Well, good weather on open day usually means there's good things happening for the season. Thank you.
You heard it from Danny Graves himself.
Yes.
Good weather
Uh-huh.
on opening
Yeah.
day means good things are coming.
Okay. Got some other Reds players here.
Got a number of Reds alumni coming up today. George Foster, Ron Oster, Doug Flynn, Scott Williamson will be in the parade in different points.
Did we see Bronson Arroyo?
I
Has he
did
passed yet?
not, but I
Yeah.
can't see everything.
Actually,
So-
Bronson was saying this is going to be his second time in the parade.
Yes, I do remember seeing him the first time. Janelle, go.
Hey, Bronson. What's going on here? You got to
Yeah, this is a great old vintage car here. I'm enjoying it. He's revving it up for me, and we're having a great day out here in opening day. Oh, it's fantastic. You know, it grows every year. You can feel the love and energy and city and opening day and other. And I'm just glad that springtime is here and the boys of summer are about to play. That's right. Thank you.
Well, ask and you shall receive. We were just wondering, like, where's Bronson? And Janelle has him right there.
And look at that car. I'm going to guess
I like
that's
that
about
car.
a 33 Ford, thinking. It's like the ZZ Top Eliminator.
Bronson was saying he grew up in Florida, and he really wished he would have had some like opening day parade like this. He said he would have loved it.
Everybody wants an opening day parade. I don't think anywhere else in the country does it like this. There's Redzilla. Be looking forward to seeing Redzilla come out in between innings at Great American Ballpark this season. Yeah, I don't think any other city does opening day quite like Cincinnati.
No, definitely not.
And why not? Because this is where professional baseball started.
You know, I'm looking forward to the bands, the high school marching bands. As we mentioned before, there are 18 of them. One of them is from West Virginia. And you've got also a number of college bands, including Wilberforce.
Wilberforce just started their band program here, restarted their band program recently.
That's right. And we're sitting here at the corner of Race and Garfield. Thanks for watching. Thanks to City Cable and Campbell Media for this coverage.
Once again, the first pitch is at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The gates at Great American Ballpark open a little after 2 o'clock. The Reds have got a homestand. They're hosting the Pirates today, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, they've got the day off. Saturday is kids' opening day. And there's a whole slew of things around that.
Well, let's talk about the Reds. I mean, as far as their, you know, what's up this year, as you've heard, Joey Votto, he is on, you know, he's rehabbing in Louisville, so unfortunately he won't be in the starting lineup today. And in talking to MLB.com, Reds beat reporter Mark Shelton, he says we've got 3 very dynamic starting pitchers, and we've got a local catcher who's on the roster from Northern Kentucky. You know, 2024 might be more realistic to contend, but who knows? I mean, in 1990, the Reds weren't expected to do much. So, you know, everybody's optimistic. Parade organizer says, you know, hope springs eternal. So today's a fresh start.
Well, Hunter Green takes the mound for the Reds today, facing off against right-handed Pirate pitcher Mitch Keller. And as I was saying, kids opening day is this Saturday. The Reds will take on the Pirates at 4:10. There is a special celebration of kids outside Great American Ballpark. There's a red carpet parade at the gates of GABP with 15 local mascots. They've got Reds players with them. That parade kicks off at 11:15 Saturday morning. Kids can line up outside the ballpark and along Joe Nuxhall Way. They'll be able to see the players. They'll be able to see some of the fans.
You know, Bill, I want to ask you about Great American Ballpark food, because you were at it like a special tasting, and they have some new stuff this year.
They've got they've got some stuff with Geta. They've got sushi. They're going a lot with a lot of local flavor and local inspiration. There's a lot of work with different restaurants in the area. Janelle, speaking of food, I'm seeing you talking with a bunch of tailgaters.
That's right, Bill. And let me tell you, these tailgaters know how to do it. What do you guys set up out here?
We've been down here about 6:30 in the morning. We get all the food out, Skyline Coney's going, a bunch of drinks for all the kids and toys to have a good day down here.
I got to know your name.
My name's Mark Dusing. This is my dad, Ralph.
How's it going? How did your son get this primo spot?
Well, it started 12 years ago, and now I come down 6:30 in the morning, park my truck, then they come down about 10 o'clock, and we get all things set up. But we've been doing it for so long. I used to put him up on my shoulders and stand here and watch a parade. Yeah.
And tell me about you. You're decked out. You got the glitter.
Oh yeah, you know I got to support my team, the family. I'm the sister. So my dad loves baseball. We grew up loving the Reds, and we've just had so much fun our entire lives watching. So go Reds.
And I got to give a shout out to Danny Graves today. You know, he was our coach at Reds Fantasy Camp years ago, so it was great to see Danny getting to do the marshal for the parade today.
It was great to see him out there.
Yep.
Thanks for talking to us.
Absolutely.
Back to you.
Janelle, before you let him go,
yeah,
I got a question for him. Did they used to tailgate in the parking lot at 5th and Race? Because there were a bunch of tailgaters there a few years ago before that building was put up there. Were they there first?
Bill was asking a question about tailgating way back in the day, but with all the crowd, I couldn't really hear you. But he said it was going back to like years and years ago, so you have been out here for a long time.
Yeah, at least 12 years. About 12 years we've been down at the
Okay.
We used to be down on Race and 4th until they built the building, and we had to find a new location. So we've been here for years, and this has been working out great. So we're friends along with the news, setting up every morning about 6, 7 in the morning.
Primo spot.
Very good. We got Jim Scott. We've got Jim Scott marching down the parade. You can't have a Reds opening day parade without Jim Scott, the voice of Kroger, formerly voice of 700 WLW.
And he's always in a good mood. I have never seen him being bothered by anything.
Nicest man I have ever met. Okay, I think Jim may have gotten away.
Well, just to finish up on the food, somebody had asked me, so, are there any veggie stuff, at the ballpark?
Vegetarian dogs.
Yes, and then there's this curveball veggie burger topped with iceberg lettuce, onions, etc.
Looking now, I think we are looking at the Barney wagon from Kroger. I was talking about Jim Scott a little while ago, and yes, the Barney Kroger started Kroger's, or just Kroger, in 1883. We had a store on Pearl Street, and he did delivery with his horse Dan, and that is a nice replica of his Barney wagon. So we still have Kroger headquartered here today, one of the largest, if not the largest, grocery store company in the country. Their headquarters just a few blocks away from where we're sitting right now.
Yeah, and then not to get too far ahead of ourselves, I believe one of the next entries coming up is the Reds Hall of Fame and Museum.
Yes, right behind Kroger.
Yeah. And I wanted to mention, I went to an exhibit recently that they have that's still going on that was fascinating. It's called Women in Baseball. And it is way beyond just all the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. Women who have been involved in a variety of capacities, from playing to being umpires to being executives.
Well, right now we're looking at the 1869 Red Stockings. They've got the vintage uniforms, and they support the Reds Hall of Fame and Museum. And they've got a Jeep that was given to Johnny Bench when he retired. That's a restored Jeep driven by Johnny Bench's son, Bobby. Also mixed in here, we've got the Reds Community Fund. That's the Cincinnati Reds nonprofit providing underserved kids the opportunity to play baseball and softball. The Reds Community Fund will be hosting various youth teams in Greater Cincinnati. Is that Jim Tarbell? It's Jim Tarbell, ladies and gentlemen. Janelle?
What did he go by? Who is he, like Mr. Spoons?
Mr. Peanut. Mr. Peanut.
Peanuts,
was a longtime peanut vendor at Crosley, I believe. And then there he is. Former city councilman, former businessman, and all-around good guy. So yes, the Reds Community Fund, they help kids play ball basically throughout the entire year. They've got the junior high baseball and softball players on their float. And they're followed by the Kid Glove program, the Powell Crosley Junior Amateur Baseball Fund. All proceeds for the program go toward the purchase of baseball and softball equipment for youth in the Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area.
And, just as we've mentioned, there's just all ages coming together in this parade. In fact, one of the people I interviewed earlier said that they just came, one of the main reasons they came was to see kids' reactions to all of this stuff.
I completely understand that. It's hard to have a frown when you're surrounded by smiling kids. I mean, even I have trouble frowning. Where did Janelle go? She got someone interesting to talk with?
Let's talk about some other stuff while we wait for the next band or entry. So Metro is offering free fare service today's home opener, as well as the weekend home games. And the Reds are going to be wearing a new jersey come May 19th. It's the City Connect jerseys, where they're created to celebrate the bond between the club and the city.
Here's Janelle.
Yeah.
Janelle, you're on. You're on. on.
Hey, they're jamming here, guys. They're having a great time. Tell us who you are.
I'm Morgan. Skate down Cincinnati.
It looks like you got a real party going on.
Bring the party on.
Hey, there we go, everybody. Woo!
Is that Cincinnati Parks?
Leave it to Janelle to find a dance party.
Well, wherever Janelle goes, a dance party usually breaks out. Yeah, I think that's the Cincinnati Parks float. I don't see, okay, just skaters. I see someone with a Parks logo. Skate downtown Cincinnati. Well, the Parks has been doing events like that. Whoa, did you see that?
Not a bad way to get around.
No, thank you. Not for me. They got a lot of the Reds and Reds adjacent organizations all bunched up together, so it's kind of hard to tell where one starts and another one ends. But hey, it doesn't matter. Everyone's having fun.
Everybody's having fun. About 159 entries, down from over 200 last year.
Oh, I just saw a guy. I was about to ask if you had seen any Pirates fans out and about today.
I don't know. I don't think the Pirates fans would want to show themselves like at the Reds opening.
I think they'd be welcome. I just saw one walk by.
Okay, all right.
I mean, it's baseball. We're all on the same side until the game starts. We're all here to celebrate the same thing, the American pastime, the beautiful weather, the start of spring, the heralding of summer, the flowers are up, the sun is shining, and as we keep pointing out, everyone's in a good mood.
Yes, they are. How could you not be?
Okay, we got the UC Bearcat Band coming up. Bearcat Band with their color squad, the flag team.
We've also got some former UC basketball players, along with Cincinnati Cancer Advisors, raising awareness and saluting all Greater Cincinnati cancer patients.
UC becoming a sports powerhouse. When I moved to town, they were primarily known for basketball, and now basketball, football. They're making some waves in baseball and soccer as well.
And speaking of little kids.
Yeah.
What a great shot.
After the UC Bearcat Band, the Bearcat Hoops. Speaking of former UC basketball players, a number of them are in the parade today. There we are. We got Carl Bolden from 1958 to 61. He was on the 61 National Championship team. Tom Thacker, National Championships team in 61 and 62. There's George Wilson. He was on the 62 Championship team. Roland West, 66, Sweet 16. Roger Miller, 75, Sweet 16. Damon Flint, two-time Elite 8 and Mr. Basketball. Corey Blount, Melvin Levitt, Myron Hughes.
All right, way to go, guys. And you know, I asked one of the parade organizers why all the sports entries, and this originated back in, as we look at the Rosie Reds who are passing us by here, all the sports entries originated because right before COVID, they had planned for 2020 to have lots of Olympians who are from here. And the webmaster for Findlay Market had such a great time researching and found 18 Olympians living in Cincinnati, and then it just sort of grew from there. It's like, okay, well, let's do Bengals alumni and Bearcat alumni, etc.
Right now we've got the Rooters organized to stimulate interest and enthusiasm. The Rosie Reds, they're volunteers. They generate enough revenue to donate to the Urban Youth Academy, the Reds Community Fund, and the Kid Glove organization, who we saw pass by just moments ago. The Reds have them come on field on opening day to present plaques to the managers of the Reds and the opposing teams. Today it's the Pirates. Of course, you see Rosie herself right there. She's a member of the Rosie Reds organization. Last year, the Rosie Reds won one of the winners of the Spirit Award in this parade, and they say they're ready to defend their honor in 2023.
All right, go Rosie Reds.
You'll see the Rosie Reds at the ballpark at a number of other parades throughout the year.
I don't know if that's something unique to Cincinnati or if every team has an organization like the Rosie Reds.
I think I should look into that. I think I should spend the summer going to other Major League Baseball team cities and investigating, see
Not
what
a bad
they have,
assignment.
and doing, just compare and contrast.
Janelle, I think you have somebody out of the parade
Yes, I have
route.
someone very important, and he runs the whole city. Mayor Aftab, how's it going out here?
It's going well. Beautiful day for this incredible tradition for our city.
What do you think about the Reds this season?
Oh, hope springs eternal. We have so much optimism for our city. This is a tradition of generations in a family coming together. Are so special.
All right, way to go, Janelle. Thank you for catching up to the mayor.
Yeah, somewhere out there was Mayor Aftab Piraval, and I believe Vice Mayor Lemon Kearney. Jan Lemon Kearney was marching with him.
And here we are, I'm Ann Thompson.
Bill Reinhardt. We're both from Cincinnati Public Radio, 91.7 WVXU, along with Janelle Walton. She's also with Cincinnati Public Radio. And we're here today for City Cable and Campbell Media. We've all come together to celebrate this thing called the Findlay Market Opening Day, and ICRC as well, partnership
Yeah, thanks
with
for
us.
joining us. We're sitting here on Race at Garfield. That's where we're hanging out, and glad to have you along.
This is the 104th Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. It's been a tradition for, well, at least 104 years. Of course, a couple of years couldn't have it because of COVID, but the year after that, 2021, they did have a very abbreviated parade. It was a police car, a fire truck, and a pickup with a flatbed and a number of Findlay Market dignitaries on it. They didn't tell anyone they were going to do it.
You were one of just a few people who saw that parade.
I happened to be coming out of my building as they passed by right here, Garfield and Race. I was like, oh, well, this was fortuitous. What good timing. Of course, as we were saying, this parade started on opening day when fans would march to Crosley Field, which is now the West End Queensgate area. And as the team has moved stadium to stadium, the parade has followed. This all started with people just piling on streetcars and in wagons and following the team, because the team would gather at a local hotel for breakfast. And then they would walk to the ballpark, and the fans would just follow along. That's how the Findlay Market Parade
history
started.
lesson. And there's still some markers where Crosley Field was and some of those mementos there.
Cincinnati does love its baseball history. As much as it loves its baseball, it loves its baseball history just about as much. Who do we have here? Can we see?
As the parade makes its way to us, I wanted to mention that Friday, Barry Larkin, former Reds player, is going to be honored by having a street named after him in Cincinnati. So that's happening on Friday.
Well, it looks like Mayor Aftab got ahead of his float. They're marching with the Cincy Sluggers Softball League, which is dedicated to getting girls of all ages involved in sports. And they're being towed by a Department of Public Services truck. We do need to thank the City of Cincinnati Department of Transportation and Engineering for the use of their bucket truck today so we can get that sweet overhead shot. Here's the mayor and the Cincy Sluggers softball team.
We've been talking about various city agencies, and at some point we'll bring in Waterworks to ask.
Here's the Thomas More University Marching Band. Da-da. That's the Marching Saints. They've been part of the Reds Parade since 2017, as Ann was just saying. Thomas More University Marching Band, open to all Thomas More students.
This is the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. Packed with lots of fun and excitement.
And are these our first horses? The first horses
believe
I've
they
noticed.
are.
These
Yeah, I
are
believe
Belgian
they are.
draft horses, family owned for 3 generations. It's Wegmans Horse and Carriage. Belgian draft horses, just great, big, beautiful animals. They're different from Clydesdales. Don't ask me how, but there are certain differences from Clydesdales, which, you know, you always associate with Budweiser.
You know, another one that's at the top of people's list. Like, yeah, we want to see bands. We want to see horses.
We want to see the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
And the Clydesdales have been here. They have been here for opening day, I believe. Not for a while, but they've been here. Coming up next, the Anthony Munoz Foundation, founded in 2002 by former Cincinnati Bengal and Pro Football Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz. They aim to impact tri-state youth mentally, physically, and spiritually through 8 impact programs, including scholarships, character camps, leadership opportunities, and a tutoring and mentoring program. Is Anthony himself? There he is. I see him. There he is.
He's really done a lot of good for this community.
He does love the city, and the city loves him back. Now, this is not the only NFL alumni in the parade today. We've got Ken Anderson, Dave Lapham, Tom Dinkle, Lewis Breeden, James Brooks, David Fulcher, Joe Kelly, Kevin Walker.
All right, way to go, Bengals.
And I believe that is
That is
Heather
Heather
Dawn
French.
Yes.
She was Miss America in 2000.
Started out as Miss Kentucky, I believe, and then got promoted. Yes, Miss Ohio, Miss Indiana, Miss Kentucky, all the currents are here today. We got Miss Ohio, Elizabeth Nyes, Miss Kentucky, Hannah Maria Edelin, Miss Indiana, Elizabeth Halal. All traveling with Miss America 2000, Heather French Henry.
This is another one of the floats that a parade organizer, Debbie Ganaway, was looking forward to. She was proud of this particular float.
There's
appearance.
Miss Indiana, Elizabeth Halal.
Here is the kickers and punters
Yes.
float.
Doug Pelfrey, Jim Breeden, and Shane Graham. So we got a lot of Bengals Super Bowl alumni and Bengals alumni in the float today, in the parade today. We got the Who Day Chicks in there as well. Who Day Chicks are made up with women from all different groups. They all gather together to tailgate, and today they're celebrating their fanship of the Bengals and the Reds, and pretty much all things Cincinnati. You've got, if you go to the Cincinnati Riverfront, you got the Reds on one end, you got the Bengals on the other, you got the Cyclones down there as well.
Yeah.
You got a nice concert hall in between, some green space. You got the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center in between as well.
And you see all of these on your walks in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. The Ohio Heat baseball team.
You know, eventually there's going to be a float on Pete Rose. Supposedly, according to the Findlay Market organizers, that's one of the best floats.
I'll bet you're right. There they are. Here's the Who Day Chicks, disguising themselves cleverly as Reds fans. And you know, you don't really need a reason to march as a group, just to come out and celebrate.
And you're seeing all these great images thanks to our many volunteer camera people who are doing some really great work.
Like
On
we
the
said,
ground and aerial bucket truck.
in the bucket truck. They're doing the heavy lifting. Now here we've got the tank. The entry from the Transit Authority of Northern Kentucky tank. They are providing transportation for some of the Bengals players. And they've got the South Bank shuttle that just started running again last year. It was curbed because of COVID, like a lot of things. And then when the COVID kind of faded down and things started to get back to normal, the South Bank shuttle tank was having trouble finding enough drivers, but they just in the last year were able to get things going again. South Bank shuttles go around from downtown all across northern Kentucky. And it's a nice, easy way to get around.
And you know, as we've mentioned, there's so many people that have turned out for the parade. I had to ask the organizers, like, hey, do you think there's going to be as many people because the Reds, you know, aren't as good as they once were? It's like, hey, she said, hope springs eternal. Like today we got a clean slate. Everybody's optimistic, you know, talked to quite a few people, and they're all just like, hey, let's see what the season brings. And
that flower is coming out of the ground. It's springtime. Things are born anew. It's time to start fresh, and that's what we're doing here. We're wiping away the cobwebs from the winter. We're doing some spring cleaning. Spring training is done. It's just about time to play ball. And right now,
let's say this broadcast is not going to the dogs.
Who's your good pupper? Who's your good pupper? Up next, we've got the Wilberforce University Marching Band, and you were mentioning them earlier as the Hounds of Sound from Wilberforce University, the nation's first private, historically black college university. Janelle, who you got?
Yes, Wilberforce, you guys in full effect this year, right?
Absolutely. This is our first, we've been operating for 8 months with the marching band program.
How you going being in this?
Oh, it's nothing short of amazing. We know of the national exposure that this parade brings to all the programs.
And how is it for your band here? I mean, you guys are back. This is something that's really historical during this parade.
It's identical to any starter program. Like, you know, it comes with its unforeseen challenges and ups and downs, but we figure it out because we're musicians.
Congratulations.
All right, thanks, Janelle. Let's take a listen to Wilberforce.
Those are the Hounds of Sound from Wilberforce University. They marched in 4 Mardi Gras parades recently. They just rebooted their season. They just rebooted the band in the last year.
And here's the Findlay Market Parade Committee. As we were talking with Kelly, as soon as this parade's over, they take a day or two off, and they start planning the next parade. You're watching City Cable and Campbell Media's coverage of the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade.
Corporation for Findlay Market is a private nonprofit. They were founded in 2000 to manage Findlay Market, which I believe is Ohio's largest continuously operated open-air market.
You are right about that.
25 cents. Everybody stand up and shout, "Go Reds! Go Reds! Go Reds! Happy opening day."
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, didn't know they were going to have music. Live music, no less. So we've seen the Bengals alumni. We've seen some former Reds. We've got more former Reds coming up throughout the parade. This is the 104th opening day parade from Findlay, the Findlay Market opening day parade. Got to say it right.
And you know, even though we still have our home game is the first game that we are granted. We used to have like the first game. I know that kind of went away.
The entire league.
Yes. And then the mayor, David Mann, had changed the time, quote unquote, changed the time, so we still would have like the first game. But
they
then
changed
that
the clocks.
Didn't last. Yeah.
They changed the clocks. So yes, I do remember reading that. They changed the clock, so it would still technically be the first game, even though a game had already started somewhere else a couple hours before.
Yes, that's right. Look.
The Wiedemann's
more
Fine
horses.
Beer Float. Of course, more big, beautiful horses. Authentic horse-drawn delivery wagon. This wagon used to ply the streets of downtown Cincinnati, Newport, and Covington during the 1940s when there was gas rationing. This is the actual cart they used to deliver beer. They have not restored it. They've left it as is, and it's still something to see. It's in pretty amazing shape. Wiedemann's was founded just a year after the Reds became the first professional baseball team. So 1869, 1870.
Very good.
And what's a ball game without a beer?
You know, we interviewed the mayor, and he has to definitely be making his way down to the stadium because, as you mentioned, Bill, he is delivering the game day ball.
Yes.
So the mayor is delivering the ball.
Up next, it's the 513 relief bus from Hamilton County. It goes to different neighborhoods across the city to deliver support services. You can go there, get a health screening, a COVID-19 vaccination, basic health care, referrals. They've got health education, literacy, assistance, applications for public assistance programs. Basically taking a lot of the governmental programs that are centered downtown and taking them out into the neighborhoods.
Yeah, just a wide variety of expanded services.
And they are joined by the futuristic gymnastics team under the direction of Gwendolyn Smith. Behind them is the Dragonfly Foundation. They help young cancer patients and their families. Programs are dedicated to improving the patient and family's quality of life from diagnosis through long-term recovery.
I want to ride in one of those little cars.
Well,
little airplanes.
Ask Janelle to ask if they'll let you.
Either that or push one of the lawnmowers for the Optimist
just
Club.
run out there. They're not moving that fast. You can jump in there. Oh, the Jonathan India Fan Club.
Yeah.
It's the Dragonfly Foundation.
You know, former Reds broadcaster Marty Brenneman was involved in the Dragonfly Foundation. I know
booster,
he's
yeah.
in the parade, but I'm not sure if he's passed by already.
Well, they've got a fire truck. That's definitely not Marty. It's either Santa or David Letterman there.
Lots of activity around the parade route. You mentioned earlier, like the helicopter. I hear another helicopter. So definitely all eyes here on the parade. We're watching the parade come down Ray Street, and then it'll head across 5th. While we have a little bit of break in the parade here, we'll mention that the national anthem at the game is going to be sung by Christian singer Marlena Van Hoos from Kentucky. We're here. Hi, I'm Ann Thompson, along with my co-anchor Bill.
Good afternoon. We're looking for highs to reach about 60 degrees this afternoon, but I think we're already there, and I think we've already passed that. It
Yeah, I
feels
think
rather
you're
warm.
now dressed very appropriately in your Bermuda shirt.
When before the parade started, I was walking up and down the parade route, watching people get set up, and it was funny to watch. Everyone was getting ready. Everyone was setting up on the west side of Race Street, not on the east side, because the east side was still in shadow.
Exactly.
Everyone was setting up their chair
Good point.
on the sunny side of the street.
Yeah.
Now it's a little more even.
We've got another band coming down, Mount St. Joseph.
Hey there, so family out here. Any favorite things you've seen out here today?
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics, okay, what about
The
you?
UC band.
I'm going to go with the band too.
Was fun. What about this great weather?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's your name?
Analia.
And how old are you?
6.
Okay, so that means you're not skipping school today, right?
No.
No, she. All right, we got her covered, guys. We're having fun out here along the parade route. We've got Mount St. Joseph University getting ready to come up here. You'll see them in a few seconds here.
Well, I'm very impressed at how you get kids to talk. Like, that's not a talent that I have.
If you've ever held a microphone and or a camera and tried to get a child to give you an answer, it's a little intimidating for them. But Janelle's doing quite well.
She's doing very well. Like, and you also hear get down on their level, but she wasn't doing that, so yeah.
So we had 2 votes for the UC band and 1 vote for gymnastics for the best entry. If those are the judges,
yep.
I think we're looking pretty good. Looking way down the street right now, it is the Mount St. Joe University Band, and they've got a float. Mount St. Joseph University was established by the Sisters of Charity in Cincinnati. It opened its doors in 1920. They had 20 students, all women. It's the first Catholic university for women in Southwest Ohio. Today they've got more than 2,000 students, both male and female. And they've got undergraduate, master's, doctoral programs. And they've got the band, 30 band members, 2 directors.
Thank you for that history, Bill. And here you can see them coming down the street. One of 4 college bands that are in the parade. There's about 18 high school bands.
Yeah, looking, we're not quite a third of the way done yet.
Lots more excitement to come.
So thank you for joining us here today on City Cable or on Campbell Media or ICRC. Wherever you're watching us, thank you. Sound.
Definitely.
The Mount St. Joseph Band. Land of 1,000 dances. And right behind the Mount St. Joe float, we've got the Cincinnati Beard Barons.
Can I just say a line in their description that I thought was hilarious? We show the positive side of being hairy.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, they members grow fantastic facial hair and then they go to competitions. There are competitions across the country for beards, mustaches, goatees. And they've got some winners in their group too. And basically, it's more than just, you know, not shaving. They do raise money for charity. You'll see a guy with a cover over his, and that's protected. Here's the Ohio History Connection. And I think that would be a 1971 Mustang. Yes, 1971 Ford Mustang.
You know, just if you want to see
it's written down in front of me. So
if you just wanted to see some cool cars come to the parade.
Well, there's a 1936 Dodge and a 57 Ford pickup with the Cincinnati Beverage Company right behind that beautiful Ford Mustang. And another band is the Oak Hills High School Band. They've got a competitive marching band. They've got a non-competitive Highlander marching band. They've got 2 concert bands, 2 jazz bands, all at Oak Hills High School on the west side. Here we go.
All right, let's listen to the Highlanders.
Oak Hills High School Band playing Bill Conti's Gonna Fly Now, the theme from Rocky. Oak Hills got quite a music program. The marching band went to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. They went to, that was last December. Competitive marching band's in its 5th year of competitive marching in the Mid-States Band Association circuit. So they're quite busy.
Yes, they are.
87 musicians,
Marching
3 drum
Highlanders.
majors, 23 color guard members, 7 Okettes, 5 majorettes.
Look at all the kids. The kids are getting really excited. What better way to spend a Thursday afternoon than here at the Reds Parade, the Findlay Market Opening Day Parade.
If you can't be here in person, we're glad you're watching it with us here on City Cable, Campbell Media, and ICRC. Good afternoon, I'm Bill Reinhart from Cincinnati
And I'm
Public
Ann
Radio.
Thompson. And we have Janelle Walton, who is making her way along the parade route. You'll be seeing her every once in a while.
There's a large
Even the
cow.
Eat More Chicken cow is
Chick-fil-A.
dressed up in a Reds jersey.
I think we've got some more horses coming along here shortly.
That would be the Rodeo Farm in Arcanum, Ohio. They have a horse-drawn vehicle service with service to the tri-state area. That's interesting. 4 horse-drawn carriages fully decorated for the Reds Opening Day Parade.
Well, thank you for joining us. If you are just tuning in, it's the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade, the 104th Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. Everyone heading down to Great American Ballpark along the Cincinnati riverfront as the Reds play the Pirates. First pitch a little after 4 o'clock this afternoon. Todd Frazier throwing out the first pitch before the
Todd
game.
Father.
The Todd Father himself come back to town. Always a crowd favorite when he was here, and still a lot of love for Todd Frazier.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know if you remember this, but when the All-Star game was here, he won the home run derby.
I remember that quite distinctly.
You know, looking down the street a ways, I think I see the Lebanon High School Marching Band. I have to give a little shout out because I'm a graduate of Lebanon High School. I was in the band in Lebanon, and this is the first time that Lebanon has been in this parade.
Oh, fantastic. What did you play?
The clarinet.
Ah. You're talking about Todd Frazier in the 28? It was 5 years ago now. The 2018 All-Star Game was held here in Cincinnati. I was downtown, of course, the night of the home run derby, the night before the game. And the city just exploded. Every hit he made. And then you and I were both at Great American Ballpark for the game the next night.
Yes, we were.
I didn't get to see a single play. I don't know about you. I was, trying to, talk to people.
Exactly.
See
yes.
things and take pictures. He's just a little too busy to,
people.
Actually enjoy the game. Well, here, I'll let you take this one. I'll let you take your alumni.
All right, the Marching Warriors, Lebanon High School.
They just got back. Well, I don't say just got back. 113 members were at Walt Disney World in November at the Magic Kingdom March. And they competed in the 2021 Bands of America Grand Nationals in Indianapolis. Did you get to travel with them?
So we didn't go to, it sounds like we didn't go to near as many places as they did. However, I have to give credit to the band director. We did have a very good band. We got superior ratings. We competed a lot. But it sounds like, yeah, they're probably even better now. Look, here's another way I would like to see the parade from a bobcat.
Those do look like fun. I don't know why, but they do look like they'd be fun to drive around in. Up next, the Cincinnati Italian Community Float. You got several different Italian community groups here. The Order of Sons and Daughters of Italy.
And there's 3 people being honored. Buddy LaRosa, as you know. Judge Ron Paniotto, his son is here, Ron, and Pompilio's restaurant in Newport.
Pompilio is celebrating their 90th anniversary this year with authentic Italian cuisine and, of course, the outdoor bocce ball. And it's the Order of Sons and Daughters of Italy that are working to bring back the wolf statue to Eden Park. The wolf statue, Capitoline wolf, was stolen or disappeared last June. And that was a gift from Italy back in the 1930s, and suddenly last June it wasn't there anymore. Well, these folks are working to bring a replica back. It's being crafted in Florence, Italy. So the city's going to...
And I guess you know this, but Buddy LaRosa is very involved in the youth boxing program that's in Over the Rhine. So he's there, he's paid for a lot of the equipment, and he's really a big force behind that, and so is I think one of his granddaughters.
The Newport Aquarium, the Wave Foundation entry. And are they playing Baby Shark again this year? I don't hear it, but they may be just lying in wait.
Well, you know, the Newport Aquarium wishes the Reds a shark-cessful season.
There it is, there's the shark. The sun has changed position, and now I'm cold again.
Yeah, it's still like, you know, trying to warm up. Hey, there's George Foster.
George Foster.
I have to say, was my favorite player growing up on the big red machine.
George Foster, famous Reds player. Do you have a favorite memory of watching him play?
Well, just that, you know, he was always hitting home runs. And I remember I went to the game with my grandpa, and he was there. My grandpa was there with his friend, who was a neighbor of George Foster's parents. So he would be yelling out, "Hey, you hit a home run, and I'll mow your parents' yard." I mean, there was just so much excitement.
Well, following George Foster's St. Veronica School, this year each student has selected a player to represent during the opening day parade. They're incorporating baseball into all areas of their learning curriculum. They pick a player, they got to research that player, write a short biography, and then give a presentation to the entire student body.
Sounds like a fun assignment.
That's not one I would turn my nose up at.
No.
Learning them early. Baseball appreciation here in Cincinnati.
Sounds like they do a lot of cool things too. It says the fun doesn't end there. They do practice their singing and marching skills and music class, and they're learning about the Spanish influence on the game of baseball. This is all at St. Veronica. That's on Mount Carmel Tabasco Road in Mount Carmel.
The Hushman Group, established in 1931 during the Great Depression. And they do a lot of the work at Great American Ballpark and the Reds Hall of Fame. I think we're missing a couple of horses. We were supposed to have a couple of horses in there from West
This is
Harrison,
coverage
Indiana.
of the 2023 Findlay Market opening day parade on this sunny but still chilly day, where, you know, maybe a record number of people. I'm not sure how many people are lining the parade route, but thousands and thousands.
Haven't seen a crowd like this since last October during Blink, the 4-night art and light festival throughout Cincinnati. It brought in about 250, 275,000 people a night, roughly. It's hard. I don't know who
Yeah,
can
there are a
figure
lot
that
of
out.
fun events.
I don't know who can
downtown
do crowd
here.
estimates. I can't. That is not in my skill set. We've got the Ronald McDonald House coming up here shortly. Did you know there's 378 restaurants in the greater Ohio area? 378 McDonald's.
Wow.
But the Cincinnati House is the largest Ronald McDonald House in the United States, in the U.S., in the world. And they give a place to stay for families whose kids are getting treatment.
It's a much needed service that they provide for sure. You know, there is a little bit of time between when the parade ends around 2 and then when the game starts at 4, but lots of things involved in the pregame, including a flyover by 2 F-16s. Then you mentioned the American flag, where this giant, 300 by 150-foot American flag will be unfurled during the singing of the national anthem.
We got another dance team coming up from Dearborn County, the East Central dance team.
They have quite a presence. They have their dance team, the football team, and the marching Trojans.
The dance team got 56 dancers from 4th through 12th grade, from elementary, junior high, and high school.
And we should note that the football team won the state championship last
22.
year.
And there's members of the dance team. There's the dance team, and there's the football team right behind them, state champions for 2022. Grade school through high school dancers. Ought to be young again.
Yes. Good job, guys, for winning the state championship.
And right behind the football team, we got the East Central Marching Trojans. They've got a lot of feathers in their cap, quite literally and figuratively. Here they are, the East Central Marching Trojans. Dearborn County, dance team, football team, and band. Something for everybody in school there.
They've been in a number of parades. I remember them from quite some time.
They are the longest running participant in the opening day parade. I'm thinking that's the band that showed up the most in 2016. They've won the State Music Association Scholastic A State Marching Band finalist in 2022. Here's the Ronald McDonald House. Oh, there, yep, Grimace and Birdie. There they are. Things get a little mixed around, but not too bad this year. I think we're doing quite well.
That must be just a huge job to try to get everybody in their proper place for this parade.
I do not envy them. Another good seat for the parade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks
oh,
like
you're
he's
kidding. You're sleeping through this.
Drifting off.
Come on. Rookie move. Well, he technically is a rookie. There's Reds fans, all ages out today. I was about to ask you if you've got tickets, but you don't. You have to go back to your regular job.
That's
after
right.
this
I have
today.
to work. They let me go down. But I think you're headed down there, right?
Yes.
Well, have fun. We'll cheer twice as loud.
Watch for me on TV if you can. I'll be the one wearing
Where
red.
are you sitting?
I have no idea.
Okay. I feel good about the game. I think I'm going to be optimistic.
Always fun to watch the Pirates and the Reds.
So we've got decal impressions, Mercy Health passing us by.
PNC. And we got another big gap coming up here.
Well, let's talk about the great parks of Hamilton County. We had the city parks that we were talking about earlier. Hamilton County it says has 84 miles of trails and 25 miles of river frontage nestled between neighborhoods. This is at Hamilton County Parks. Welcome over 1 million visitors annually and have over 1,000 programs that attract hundreds of thousands of participants every year.
Well, this
Hamilton
right
County
now
Parks.
we're seeing is the Joe Nuxall Foundation. The legacy projects the former Reds pitcher, the old left-hander himself, Joe Nuxall. There's the Joe Nuxall Miracle League Fields, Joe Nuxall Character Education Fund, and the Joe Nuxall Memorial Scholarship all passing us
Yeah,
by.
and I have something to say about that. They do such good work. I've been out there a couple of times to do stories in the Miracle Fields, and this year, for the first time, they're taking a team on the road to Tennessee. And this all came to be because Sean Casey, former Reds player, he runs a similar organization in Pittsburgh, and he brought his team to Cincinnati, to Fairfield, to play them. So then they got this idea, like, okay, let's take, on the road.
And they're going to Pittsburgh, aren't they? Is that their first trip?
So I'm not sure if they are going to reciprocate right away and go to Pittsburgh, but they are going to be going to Pigeon Forge to play in this tournament.
Okay, that's right. I remember you did that story a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember the details. Coming down Race Street right now, we see the Lynchburg Clay Marching Band, students in grades 8 through 12 at Lynchburg Clay local schools. The Marching Mustangs from Lynchburg, Ohio, qualified for state finals in the second year in a row. And Janelle, you've got someone.
Been out here so far.
I love the dancers. Yeah.
You guys lucky enough to have tickets to the ball game.
We don't have tickets.
Time out.
Thank you so much, Janelle. We can really feel the excitement through you and all the people you're finding to interview.
Here's the Lynchburg Clay Marching Band. From
In
Lynchburg,
2021,
Ohio.
they got a superior rating at the state marching band contest.
Marching Mustangs. There's another band right behind them. Little Miami High School Marching Band, the Marching Panthers. Let's take a listen. Now, that song sounds familiar. I can't quite place it.
You're funny. Thank you, Little Miami. They have performed in the Findlay Market Opening Day Parade for 11 years.
Oh, there's the PNC. All right, give us a couple minutes, folks. A little mixed up in the parade order, but nothing we can't handle.
And this is the start of a very exciting weekend. We've got opening day today, and then the Reds players walk the carpet for Kids Opening Day. That's on April the 1st. So people are just getting riled up.
Here's the Great Parks float you were talking about. 22 parks and nature preserves across Hamilton County, 18,000 acres. Great Parks has planted more than 130,000 trees in Hamilton County in just 10 years. Great Parks land accounts for one-third of Hamilton County's total open spaces. 84% of that land is preserved as natural spaces. They've got 84 miles of trails, 25 miles of river frontage. They welcome an estimated 1 million visitors every year.
Yeah, they just saw some horses. You can go horseback riding at Whitten Woods.
We've got the opening day gang there. I saw The opening day gang. I saw the, there it is. No, wait. Okay, we are just about back in order.
The parade has everything from bands to Clydesdales to marching mascots.
Food, beer.
To pa music.
Looking for the opening day gang. I think this is one that's going to touch a lot of people. I think this is going to be a float that
this is live coverage of the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade, thanks to City Cable and Campbell Media. I'm Ann Thompson. Along
I'm
with
Bill Reinhardt. Hello.
Yeah.
Here they are.
Janelle Walton along the parade route.
The opening day gang. Now, they're basically just a bunch of friends and family that love the Reds and they love the city. And so they ride along in the parade and cheer things on. Now, this year, Tom Browning was a member of the opening day gang. Of course, he died just last December. He had been inducted in the Reds Hall of Fame in 2006. Of course, Mr. Perfect. And he passed away. And so they've got a little cartoon there. You can see him coming out of the cornfield. It's a play on the Field of Dreams motif that they used in the All-Star game last year. And, of course, the movie Field of Dreams. And so
yes,
they got
and
that
this
little cartoon
is
strip
Heidelberg
there.
Distributing, I believe. Is that what's next?
Heidelberg Distributing next. And they got some horses
Founded in
there.
1938. You have to wonder what the horses think, like all dressed up and center of attention here.
I have actually ridden a horse in a parade once, and it was that horse's first parade, and we weren't sure what she was going to do, but she was perfect. She was just so overcome that she didn't freak out.
Okay, either that or you were good with the reins.
Nobody got hurt.
This is historic Spring Grove Cemetery, established in 1845, and all of Cincinnati's founding fathers are buried there.
It's the second largest cemetery in the United States. They call themselves a museum without walls. And you see the vehicle there. That's the little tram they use, and they take tours through the cemetery.
There are so many interesting plants there, historic plants. I've done a couple of stories with a botanist from UC, and you know, just some untouched wilderness. They've kind of have a part of the cemetery blocked off where, you know, they're preserving various plants.
As you mentioned, all of Cincinnati's founding fathers are buried there. There's a lot of familiar names. There's a number of Civil War generals buried there. Titans of industry.
Janelle
Walton.
Who do you have?
Hey, I'm sitting down now. This is a perfect spot to see the parade. Tell me who you are.
I'm Lori.
And who do you have with you?
I've got my son, Kanan, my other son, Kingsley, and my dad, Raymond.
Hey, everybody. What's your favorite part of the parade?
Oh, just the fun coming out here, seeing everybody laughing, smiling, dancing.
And it has been a lot of dancing this year.
Yes, so much fun.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Janelle.
Thanks, Janelle. She's certainly having fun along the parade routes.
Of course, the Reds are hosting the Pirates for 3 days, and then the Cubs come to town all the way from Chicago. But we got to get through the Pirates first. Today's game is at 4:10. Tomorrow also, or not tomorrow, they have tomorrow off. Saturday's game's at 4:10, and then Sunday's game is 1:40. And then, of course, Tuesday games are at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Wednesday is a day game already. It's a business day special against the Cubs.
You know, Janelle earlier was to the parking lot to the side of us. As we see, oh wait, this is. I'll get back to that. This is Kharkiv.
Yes, the Cincinnati
why don't you talk about that?
sister city partnership. Cincinnati and Kharkiv, Ukraine, have been sister cities since 1989. Now, Cincinnati has 9 sister cities across the world in China, Taiwan, Japan, Germany, France, India, Zimbabwe, and Jordan. Of course, Kharkiv, Ukraine, getting a lot of the attention these days.
Yeah, they've certainly been through a lot. Some months ago, the head of their Red Cross came to City Hall and I talked to him, and just he was wearing a pin that was actually made from a piece of shrapnel.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, the Sister City Partnership's been raising a lot of money sent to Kharkiv. The city is no longer directly under threat, but it's still a war zone nearby. So yes, the Cincinnati Sister City Partnership's getting a lot more attention than they probably ever thought they'd get. If you go up and down the parade route, you'll see people hanging out of windows, especially further up on Race Street, where there's a lot more residential buildings. People are watching out their windows. I know there's some people on roofs nearby. Make sure they get the best view of the parade.
Yeah, and you know all this because you live down here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could have looked outside of your window, but.
Unfortunately, my window doesn't give me much of a view of the parade. However, when the flying pig goes by, I can hear the cowbell quite distinctly starting around 4:30.
I think we have the Ross High School Marching Band coming down Race Street.
From Ross, Ohio. Ross High School. Ross has been accepted to the Ohio State Marching Band Finals for the past 38 consecutive years.
Wow.
Let's take a listen. Florida, Washington, D.C., New York City. They're going back to New York City, and they're going to perform on the USS Intrepid aircraft carrier here soon.
Wow, that sounds really impressive.
The Sherwood Elementary Rappin' Ropes, elementary jump rope team. Second through sixth graders, these are all behind the band. They're from Sherwood Elementary in the Forest Hills School District.
And they are jumping the entire length of the parade.
Oh, wow.
Good for them.
They started in 1994, and they perform shows to music with various jump roping tricks. And they go to high schools and perform. They go to college basketball halftime games, halftime shows. They've got individual tricks as well as larger tricks with multiple jumpers.
And you know, not even like doing all the tricks, but jumping rope is supposed to be like a really good exercise.
Yeah.
Really gets you in condition. You see a lot of boxers.
Very good for the heart. Coming up next, it's Greater Cincinnati Waterworks. And we've got Kevin Osborne from Greater Cincinnati Waterworks. Right here in the middle.
And we'll get him the microphone here. Here, pick up the microphone, Kevin. Welcome.
Kevin Osborne, thank you for joining us. Why did Waterworks join the opening day parade?
We're the oldest municipally owned water utility in Ohio, dating all the way back to 1817. So we're almost as old as the Reds, or maybe older, I can't remember. So we love our city and want to support the team.
Very good. What else should we know about Waterworks?
Well, let's see. We serve, 1.1 million customers in Southwest Ohio and Northern Kentucky. And one thing we really want people to know is that we know people are having troubles with inflation, with COVID-19, getting behind on their bills. We have payment plans to help people catch up. So if you're interested, call 513-591-7700.
Oh, you got the number memorized.
I do.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank
Kevin
you.
Osborne.
Have fun.
Thanks,
Thank
Kevin.
you.
Have fun with the parade.
Oh, I lost my place.
And when you you get a chance, I know you're flipping through your pages, but when there's another lull, why don't we thank some people, give shout outs to all the volunteers that are helping with camera coverage. Purcell Marion marching band, and they in fact were the state champs.
So yeah, we've got professional football, we've got MLB, alumni, and we've got some high school champions here too. And we've got some soccer coming up as well. Here's the Flying Pig Marathon. More than 40,000 participants run the first weekend in May every year. It's one of the largest road races in America. They raise up more than $1 million every year for 300 different charities. And their theme for their float this year, Take Me Out to the Ballpark.
And you're right after this, you're leaving to go condition for it, aren't you?
Yeah. The Flying Pig Marathon. Now I believe when they first started, it was just Cincinnati Marathon, and it wasn't until a year or two into it that they changed the name, if I remember correctly.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Janelle, you're along the parade route. Who do you have now?
Hey, I've got Kevin Robinson here from Channel 5. We want to find out about this weather you brought to us.
Red hot, red hot, red hot.
And what's for tonight, this afternoon?
Tonight's going to be beautiful. It feels great out here, and we're looking for a Reds victory.
That's right. Thank you,
That's
Kevin.
the cherry on top of the weather.
That's right. Bye.
Thank you,
All
Janelle.
right, I approve of his forecast. Thanks for the sun.
There's a big red machine. And they've got the Kevin McCoy band on the back, along with members of a cheerleading squad from Mason, Ohio. That is a big red machine. Here's the FC Cincinnati entry. Major League Soccer's 24th team. They became part of Major League Soccer back in 2019. It wasn't all that long ago. Seems like a longer than that. They are in second place. FC Cincinnati's in second place in the Eastern Conference. They've got 3 wins so far this season. They've got a match this Saturday at TQL Stadium. There's Gary the mascot.
Gary needs to have a Reds jersey on.
Well, I think they maybe wanted to, but couldn't get it over his wings. Because Gary is not a lion. Gary is a Griffin. Griffin.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get a t-shirt over those wings.
Yeah, you're right. We'll give him a pass on this one.
King Records coming up next. Another important part of Cincinnati history. It's gotten a lot more attention in the last couple of years.
And it was active from 1943 to 1968. You may know this, but the building is located in Evanston. King Records was recorded in the genres of hillbilly, Appalachian folk, bluegrass, country, jazz, doo-wop, R&B, funk, and soul.
And there's some James Brown, speaking of funk and soul. My goodness gracious. For a moment I thought that was James Brown.
You can't help but move to that.
I'm glad the city is really recognizing the King Records history. It's a very important part of American history. And to think it's happened right here in Cincinnati. Up next, the Jackson Dell Band from Osgood, Indiana.
Many of their students perform in the band.
here's a little bit of trivia for you. You know I
All
love
right.
old fire
Okay,
trucks.
I'm ready.
This is a 1924 REO fire truck. Now, if you've ever heard of the band REO Speedwagon,
I have.
This is where the band took their name from. REO
Really?
Speedwagon is a fire truck.
I did not know that. Thank you,
this
Bill.
is a-
You're just full of lots of information.
And this one is originally from Norwood. It's a REO Speedwagon. Oh, it's a beaut. I love it.
Gosh, we learned lots with you, Bill.
Well, I know trivia and I know the trivial. So yeah, the next time anyone asks you where REO Speedwagon got their name,
I'll
now
know it
you
came
know.
from a fire truck.
So
You know,
thank
all
you again
down
for-
Ray Street, there's looks like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 deep.
Oh yeah, on the crowds, yes. Still pretty packed out there. Thank you again for tuning in today for the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade, the 104th Opening Day Parade from Cincinnati, Ohio. You're watching on City Cable.
And Campbell Media.
Campbell Media.
And we have lots of volunteers who we want to thank for their excellent camera work and direction.
First though, we've got Dance Flash Fusion. Their goal is to dance, to bring hope, joy, and smiles to those who need a little visual love.
I like that goal. That's a nice goal.
It's a not-for-profit organization. They raise money for the underserved in the community. They've given to the Princesses Ballet, the City Gospel Mission, and the Deer Park Dance Program. Their theme this year, if you couldn't tell, the Rockford Peaches from A League of Their Own. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and this goes back to that display I was talking about earlier
Yes,
at the
women in baseball.
down at the
Reds Hall of Fame.
Reds Hall of Fame.
Well, they're definitely bringing some hope, joy, and smiles.
Good for them.
Now if they can bring some hitting. It's the Crosby Elementary Unicycle Club. 4th and 5th graders from Crosby Elementary.
They
Hamilton
make it look
County.
so easy.
Well, that's because they've been practicing. They have 3 practices a week starting in October. The club started in 2018. And 3 practices a week. It's in the morning for an hour and a half before school actually starts. So you got to be pretty dedicated to your craft. And it's paying off. That's some
Thanks,
amazing
guys.
one-wheeling. I have enough trouble with 2 wheels on them. They've performed at the Harrison High School basketball games and Miami University men's basketball game and a UC women's basketball
Look
game.
who I see
halftime
coming
show.
down the street is Connie from Cons.
Oh, yeah. We've got another draft horses with a wagon. And just beyond that, Connie, the inflatable pig from Cons. Wouldn't be Porkopolis without some more pig references in the parade.
Better not say that around the pig, though.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, some beautiful horses there.
You couldn't have asked for better weather during this parade.
You really couldn't. I mean, there's a slight breeze, but it's really not a problem. Bright and sunny. And the sunshine, I think, is just translating into moods. There's not a cloud in the sky. Want to take this opportunity to thank a lot of the folks behind the camera right now. The bucket truck comes from us from the City of Cincinnati Public Services, the Department of Transportation and Engineering.
And we could wave to him. Thanks.
There we go. We want to thank Jennifer Typole from Campbell Media, along with Brady Wirtz and Kevin Sluter, all from Campbell Media. City Cable staff, including Steve Sobel, our director, Darius Jones, Tom Potter, thanks to them. Want to thank Glenn Hartog, Jason Dudley from ICRC. They've got the handheld cameras you see out there. And we got another band.
So is this White Oak?
And I think the big W tells me yes. They got some moves. Can you imagine dancing with a sousaphone?
I was just thinking, like, gosh, you have to think of so many different things if you're carrying the sousaphone. You got to do your dance. You got to make headway down the streets.
It's the White Oak High School Marching Band from Maurystown, Ohio. They've been at the Jackson Apple Festival, the Circleville Pumpkin Show, and today, opening day. Janelle.
This is Cruncher the American alligator.
And he is very still right now.
He
The
is.
crowd's affecting him at all.
No, not at all. Yeah, he does lots of public appearances for the zoo all over the city.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely, thank you.
Well, leave it to Janelle to catch up with an alligator.
One alligator on the parade route, and Janelle finds it.
Does that
Okay.
mean that we're up to the zoo entry?
It looks like it is. Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. That makes sense with the alligator. The second oldest zoo in the United States. How about that? Opened 6 years after the Reds started as a professional baseball club. 1875. It's a National Historic Landmark since 1987 because of its architecture, like the Elephant House, the Reptile House, the Passenger Pigeon Memorial. You know, the Reptile House is the oldest existing zoo building in the country.
I did not know that.
Neither did I. Right behind them, the Cincinnati Vintage Baseball Club. They play baseball the way it was played in the 1860s, when baseball was 2 words. They've got authentic uniforms and equipment. They play with other vintage clubs across the region.
That would probably be really funny to, or like really fun to go see.
Yeah, well, apparently, they've got all representing different teams, different banners from different clubs. Gonna have to Google them, the Cincinnati Vintage Baseball Club.
And I wonder how the rules were different, if they were.
CincyVBB.com. Won't even have to Google them. Yeah, they spell baseball, it's 2 words. That tells you they're authentic.
We have more Clydesdales coming down the street.
I think those already went by. Here comes the library, though, the Cincinnati Public Library. It is one of the oldest, largest, and busiest libraries in the U.S. They serve more than 800,000 people with more than 9 million items in their collection. They first opened the doors of the public library in 1853. Today, they've got 41 neighborhood branches, all kinds of programming. It's not just books, magazines, newspapers, classes.
And they're really known for being good if you want to research your family from
Oh, are
way
they?
back.
Really?
Like one of the best in the country.
I did not know that. I'm gonna guess the firecracker is not from the library. That may be the circus company.
I think you're right about that. Look
I
at the stilts.
I see a stilt walker, and that tells me circus company, the Cincinnati Circus Company. They've got stilt walkers, unicyclists, aerialists.
So he's not only walking on stilts, but he's also juggling. How hard is that?
Man. I suppose you learn one thing at a time, and then you combine them. There's Uncle Sam. Yeah, get Janelle to interview Uncle Sam. See if she can reach the microphone up that high.
That might be a tall order.
Ah, very good. I see what you did there. You just made the entire crew scream, man.
They're like, just that was bad. Just be quiet.
This is the Young Guns Equestrian Group from Burlington, Kentucky. Now look at them. Oh, wow. All the Reds flags with the blue and the white of their uniforms. Oh, that's pretty. 4-H members from Burlington, Kentucky, and their horses. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, they're all in precision. I'm really impressed.
And they're singing. And a little Shetland pony behind them with a bucket truck. The pooper scooper. Thank you again for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate you being here. Of course, everyone's headed down to the ballpark, or ballpark adjacent. Not everyone has a ticket. The game is sold out for today. I think it was declared sold out yesterday, or maybe late Tuesday. Oh, we got a couple antique fire trucks. I think the Cincinnati Fire Museum there. Your 48 Mack truck. Yes, definitely a 1948, definitely.
Wouldn't be a parade without fire trucks.
A fire museum. Have you been through there?
I have. Very interesting.
Well done. We have no shortage of good museums here. And right behind them, the Carlisle High School Marching Band from Carlisle, Ohio. Let's take a listen to them. Carlisle High School Marching Band, 70 members from Carlisle Local School District. They go to Disney World every 4 years. Except today, we get them. Of course, they're playing Hang On Sloopy, the Ohio State, I think it's the official rock song of Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
And we are broadcasting the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade from the corner of Race and Garfield. We've had a steady stream of entries, about 159 by the time the parade is over.
Who do we have coming up next? Oh, it's the Order of Eagles out of Cheviot. The Fraternal Order of Eagles.
That's a pretty big flag, 20 by 30. It takes 16 people to hold it. Obviously not as big as the one that's going to be unfurled down at the stadium today. The
Fraternal Order of Eagles from Cheviot. Had a big discussion the other day on whether I was pronouncing that correctly. So I just want to say it again, Cheviot.
Yes, my mom used to work there. It is Cheviot.
Thank you very much, Ann. This was after work. Someone called me and said, oh, you said that wrong. Like, no, I didn't. So I'm not going to let them forget.
Who do we have here? Looks like a very festive float.
That's another big red machine, I know that much. Oh, it's the Call 811. Yeah, the call before you dig, folks. Yeah. As if you don't, you're gonna get a rather nasty surprise.
Yes.
Oh, what is that? That's kind of cool. I'd like to see.
Okay, another fun thing I'd like to ride in this parade.
What is that? I don't know, but thinking traffic jams really wouldn't be an issue.
That isn't the Seagrave pumper. That would be something different, right?
No, that's definitely not a fire truck. This is the Sin City Shakers, I believe. Yes, they're a dancing and parade organization. They're only a couple of years old. They started in 2019. And they were the best musical dance group at the 31st Annual Black Family Reunion Parade. right behind them,
we've got the Claremont Northeastern High School Marching Band. They're marching rockets. They have a history of excellence. Let's take a listen.
That's pretty good. They were they closed out the inaugural 2017 Blink Parade.
Right, and I was going to mention they performed 6 times at Disney's Magic Kingdom and were selected to perform a 10 minutes performance at Epcot.
Janelle, what do you got?
Hey, we got a nice family here. They've been down here. What you think of the parade?
Oh, I'm having a good time here with my sister and the kids.
And tell me, what time did you get down here to actually get this good primo spot?
We got down here about, what, 11 o'clock? Yes, about 11 o'clock.
And what's your name?
Lorene.
Thanks, Lorene.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
This is the Indianapolis Motorcycle Drill Team. It's from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Motorcycle Drill Team. They started in 1954, and they've been traveling across the country performing since then. I teased this. This was the other motorcycle group I was telling you about at the beginning of the parade. They've performed in 7 presidential inaugural parades. They've been the Indianapolis 500 parade. They've been Hawaii, Texas, Florida. They've got 18 motorcycle officers from Indianapolis Metropolitan Police.
Look at all the maneuvers they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are not just hopping on the bike and going. They're doing some practicing. Big cheer from the crowd, too. And when they're all lined up in the proper order, the letters on their windshield spell out Indianapolis. They're gonna make another run at it. Wow, look at that, just a nice zipper formation. There we go, the Indianapolis Motorcycle Drill Team.
I'm going to have to say, that was one of the highlights, and you could really hear the crowd getting into it.
Yeah, folks really like that one.
Welcome to our coverage of the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade.
I'm Bill Reinhardt here with Ann Thompson, and out along the streets we've got Janelle Walton somewhere finding interesting people. Oh, look at that. One of the motorcycle officers doing a big stunt, standing up as he went by. Standing up with his hands outstretched, his arms outstretched.
I'm telling you, this has been one of the best entries in the parade,
Yeah,
I think.
They're not done, are they? They're just going to keep going.
That's why there's so much space here, because they need it.
Now let's see if he does that standing maneuver again. There he goes. Look at that. Do not try this at home or anywhere. Do not try this without, trained professionals. Lordy. He wasn't just standing up in the saddle, he was standing on the saddle. Yeah, this is definitely a crowd favorite.
Now listen to all the applause.
I think this might be their first time in the parade, and I think folks are happy they're here. The Indianapolis Motorcycle Drill Team from Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. Janelle, where are you?
Hey, we are so impressed by what that police officer did.
Yes, we are. It was amazing. I can't stop talking about it, and I'm happy.
And see, we're It's just all about joy and happiness out here. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Janelle. We were talking about that too. That has to be one of our favorite entries also.
This is some 9/11 steel. It's a joint venture between Cincinnati Fire Museum and the Good Timers Foundation. It's an actual piece of steel from the World Trade Center on display, and followed by the Miles Greenwood Historical Fire Apparatus. They got a 64 Seagram's pumper, built in Columbus, Ohio, and a 36 Aaron's Fox, built in Cincinnati. There we are. That's the 64 Seagrave pumper. Right behind it, the second truck is the 1936 Aaron's Fox right there.
And we have the Lawrenceburg Marching Tigers right behind them.
Another band that's not very big, but makes a big noise.
Their 26 members certainly had a big sound.
Wow. Lawrenceburg Marching Tigers, Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Fantastic. Well done.
Here is the USS Cincinnati submarine. It's a replica of the submarine.
Nope, back up. It's the other. It's the newer Cincinnati, USS Cincinnati. It's the littoral ship.
Oh, okay.
The Commissioning Foundation.
All right. You're on it.
These folks they support the USS Cincinnati LCS-20 to create a relationship between the city and the crew. They've got a scale replica of the current USS Cincinnati, which is a close shore ship. It's a littoral ship. And then behind them is the USS Cincinnati submarine group.
Okay,
They're
great.
veterans of the USS Cincinnati back when it was a submarine. They're
Right,
called,
she served the Navy from 1978 to 1996.
and then Cincinnati State's fire truck from Cincinnati State Technical and Community College. Thank you for waiting me to finish my sentence. Cincinnati State, established in 1969. They got more than 100 associate degree programs, majors, and certificate programs at its main campus in Clifton, online at their satellite locations.
And is this the therapeutic recreation?
I think this might be... Oh, there's the Claremont County Public Library on TV. We're listening to, I think, the Cincy River Rats. The band is the River Rats, yes, from the Twin Towers Senior Living. Sorry, I wasn't able to only gave Claremont County Public Library short shrift. They've got 10 branches in Claremont County based in Owensville, so salute to the Claremont County Public Library and the Cincy River Rats, playing the old Dixieland Jazz on the Twin Towers Senior Living floats.
Yeah, Twin Towers is on every parade on opening day. I've remembered them from quite a while.
And we've got Ollie the Trolley here, who is representing whom? Oh, well, here's Holmes High School, the Marine Corps Junior ROTC. And I've got notes on them. Give me just a second. I'm stalling. I'm not
That's
finding
okay.
my
We'll
notes.
wait for you, Bill.
Yeah, just stop the parade while I find my place. No one would mind, would they?
I don't think so.
No. Oh, look at that. Replica paddle boat. Complete with the smokestacks from Great American Ballpark.
Just as we were mentioning earlier, just what a huge job it is to get everybody in order and on track.
Absolutely, and sometimes they're not going to be in order. Janelle!
Hey guys, you have been down here with a smile on your face this entire time. What have you been enjoying the most?
I loved everything about the parade. And I really loved the policeman riding down there, or you're standing up on his motorcycle and everything.
That was fun.
That was the best. And I love all of our servicemen and everything else, and veterans, of course. Beautiful day.
And what's your name?
Christy.
Thanks, Christy. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Janelle. We maintain that might be the most popular entry.
Coming up next, Cincinnati College Prep Academy Lions. Newest rising marching band in the west end of Cincinnati. And another doggo. Hello, hello. Cincinnati College Prep Academy Lions from the West End.
And something I wanted to say was, in the notes it says the 40 students who you just saw are from 4th grade to 12th grade. So it wasn't just high school, from elementary to high school. That's quite a feat.
They've got a drill team here.
Oh, here are the Optimist Club.
Yes.
The lawnmowers. They're the Wapakoneta Breakfast Optimist Club.
Another crowd favorite. The Wapakoneta Breakfast Optimist Club with their 16 lawnmowers, no blades. It's their 35th year in the parade.
How fun, just pushing their lawnmowers minus the blades down Ray Street and across 5th.
Another crowd favorite. Coming all the way down from Wapakoneta, the hometown of first man to set foot on the moon, Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong, that's right.
Okay, I see the Green Township firefighters coming up. And I saw that page here a minute ago. Let me see if I can find it again. There they are, local 2927. That's a 1989 Sutphen fire truck if you were keeping score at home. Green Township professional firefighters have raised more than $175,000 for charities, including the MDA, the Muscular Dystrophy Association. They've got a charity golfing outing for the last 16 years.
This parade is not disappointing with all the fire trucks and people standing up on motorcycles and lawnmowers and bands. Here's the Bethel Tate Marching Band.
Another band that was not very big, but with a mighty sound. I think we've discovered a theme here. You don't need 120 people.
Amazon certainly has a big presence in the area. That's their float.
The Music Fund of Cincinnati coming up. Their goal is to nurture the music scene that feeds and creates the cultural landscape of Cincinnati. They've got a monthly first Friday in North Bend from May through September, and they invite folks to come out and just hear great local music.
Folks, are you ready for the 2023 Cincinnati Reds? Let's hear it!
There we go. And who do we have here?
This is Deer Park High School Mountain Marching Band.
Very good.
At least we got a glimpse of them.
That's the way I like it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, Casey in the Sunshine
Very
Band
appropriate
for you
song
on this
for today.
Very sunny day. We've still got a ways to go. We've still got more than 25 entries or so.
Glad we're back in the sunny side of things. For a while, kind of went on the other side of the street. Here's the big steel case truck.
We got another dance crew coming up here very shortly. Oh, no, another band too.
So if this is the steel case, they had kind of an interesting story about how they got into the parade. So when this Chris Delambacas was hired to run it in 1986, his boss told him that his #1 goal was to get the truck in the Reds parade. So he managed to do it, and this is their 32nd appearance.
Here's the Aiken High School Marching Band under the direction of Dr. Stephen Barton and Brandon Smith. Nice tight percussion right there. Oh, I see Shriners coming.
The Syrian Shrine of Cincinnati.
Yep.
Helping children. They have 22 hospitals throughout the United States.
There they are.
Kentucky Hospital is an orthopedic hospital, and the Ohio Hospital is more geared toward burns.
And that's up in Dayton. The giant rotating Fez.
The Fez float is a duplicate of what Shriners wore to their stated meetings, of what they wear. Yep.
There's a shrine clown. Don't need your smile to be painted on today, but it never hurts. Yeah, so if anyone asks you, who were these clowns? They were the Shriner clowns, the Syrian Shrine of Cincinnati. Kind of expecting him to break into a who's on first routine. And then we've got the Groove Dance Crew behind the Shriners. Award-winning community-based adult dance group, ages 18 and up. Their intent is to provide opportunities for team members to creatively express joy through dance in a positive, inclusive, and supportive environment, and to spread happiness in greater Cincinnati and beyond. the boogie.
So much positivity today, just echoing one of the people I interviewed earlier that he said that's what he likes about this parade in Cincinnati, just being today positive.
I think my heart has grown 2 sizes. Up next, the Brewing Heritage Trail. They tell the story of Cincinnati and America through the lens, through beer goggles, basically. Oh, I see the Bachfest Queen marching with them. They do walking trails through Brewery District of Cincinnati. They've got guided tours and smartphone app and all of that. You'll see them a lot around Bachfest, which was just about a month ago.
Yeah, very good. And even though maybe the weather wasn't the best, it still was like salvaged.
Yes.
The event.
They did still put together a great festival for Bachfest. And I hear bagpipes again.
That might be the Knights of Columbus.
Yes, I think you are correct. Knights of Columbus from Lawrenceburg, to be precise. They support the Special Olympics, Home for Children, Pregnancy Care Center, and the Catholic Church. Knights of Columbus from Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Hey, it's the Ice Cream Man.
Grader's has been in business since 1870. You know, we've been going over so many companies that are in this parade mentioning their, historical beginnings. So since 1870, 4 generations of the family remain committed to Grader's Ice Cream.
There's another company that's been around for a while, Gleer's Meats, producing Geta. They make nearly 2 million pounds of Geta every year. And all the noise is coming from a fire truck. You see it in the background there. The Cold Run Event Reynolds. They've got a 1989 Seagrave. Used to be with Newport Fire Department. And we're gonna let them do the own talking for their float. Living Beyond Boundaries group.
Somebody turned up the decimal on that one.
They definitely get out of the way of that truck. Old Mount Healthy truck and an old Newport Fire Department truck. Yeah, if you're like me and you like your fire trucks, this is the parade for you.
Yes, I would agree.
Okay.
Look at the baseball helmet.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep. Can you still get little sundaes in those?
I believe you can.
Okay. Batting helmet?
I think you can still get the nachos in the great big batting helmet, too. That'd be a bit too many nachos for me.
Todd Benzinger.
Oh, another.
All right, former Red.
Another former Red. That's an old Chevy Impala. Maybe about a 67, 68 maybe.
Janelle, you've got another fantastic interview lined up. Go for it.
That's right. You guys are out here. What are you liking so far?
Oh my God, everything. The motorcycle thing was amazing. I've never seen that.
And who do you have here with you? Some cuties.
I did. This is Valerie, my almost 10-month. My 2.5-year-old Jenna. My 4-year-old Aubrey, and my husband Tyler.
You got a big one with you too.
Yeah.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Janelle.
Next band is the Reading Marching Band from Reading, Ohio. 8th through 12th graders performed all over. Let's take a listen. the Reading, Ohio High School Band, 8th through 12th graders. And the Cincinnati Opera coming up next after Signorama here.
It feels so good hearing some of those calls that they were broadcasting on the float from Marty and Joe.
Hey, nice hat. The Cincinnati Opera, founded in 1920, the second oldest opera company in the U.S. That's pretty amazing. Well, you can't have an opera without Viking women. Oh, yeah, and there it is, the Ride of the Valkyries. Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
You're a theater person, Bill. You've been in various productions.
Oh, I love that. The Cincinnati Transit Historical Association, you see that bus going by right now. They've got a nonprofit organization dedicated to the preservation of historic vehicles. They've got 120 members across the United States. And we just saw a 1957 General Motors bus. I think I saw this said
and they
San
can see
Francisco
all our
on
cheat
it.
sheets here.
Yeah,
like
so
it looks like we have this all memorized, but we're actually
heavens
reading
no.
off a script.
Heavens no. Thank you for joining us once again for the 2023 Findlay Market Opening Day Parade. I'm Bill Reinhart here with Ann Thompson and Janelle Walton.
Thanks for watching.
I think we've got another band lined up next.
It looks like we have some time. Maybe we can give some people some credit again, because this production takes many people. Oh, let's go ahead and go to Janelle first.
Give me your name.
Nelly.
And tell me, what do you like best about the parade?
Everything.
Everything. It is a good time, and the weather's perfect. Are you going to the Bears game?
No, sadly.
I know. That's okay, but we're still having a good time. Back to you guys.
Oh, good. Thank you. Everybody's having a good time, that's for sure. Here's the Batavia High School Marching Band. Let's take a listen.
The Bulldog Band season runs August through November, non-competitive group. Another good sounding band. We've done quite well with marching bands today. I have absolutely no complaints.
I think parade organizers were saying this might be the most bands ever.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can't have too many in my book.
And look, nobody's...
Janelle, where
hey
are
there. Guys, we got a little baby here that's about a week overdue that's at the parade. Mom, what brought you out?
Well, I just wanted to come here and try to walk this baby out.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Wow. Yeah. I was just going to point out that along the parade route, nobody's leaving. Everybody's staying for the whole thing. You know, it's a 2-hour parade.
I think, trying to find out who we've got on here. Who this dancing crew is. They're certainly having a good time. I didn't see their sign, though. Oh, I see who it is. And I've lost the page. DG Riders of Cincinnati. They got a marching drill team with them. They've got motorcycles. They've got the Royal Diamonds. They've got the 513s with them. It's an all-female motorcycle group that rides for peace, nonviolence, unity, embracement. They want people to put down the guns in Cincinnati and around the area. All three of these groups, the dancing drill team, the motorcycles, the marching team, have all come together for one mouth-dropping entry. It's DG Riders of Cincinnati.
All right. And those are some motorcycles, right? Like, are those
three-wheelers,
yeah,
trikes,
three-wheelers.
I think some people call them. So we saw the Royal Diamonds, the 513s, and DG Riders. And here's Seaton's entry. The Saints, state champions 2022, Division I soccer.
Yep. Way to go, Saints.
Coming out in their school colors of green to encourage the Reds. And they came out in force. And a little bit beyond them. Oh. Who is that? There's Mount Notre Dame. Oh, I think this is Catholic Diocese.
This is the Archdiocese of Cincinnati.
Yes. All the schools, all the Catholic schools in the region, and all their mascots. Well, there's the Florence Yalls coming out to send a little love. It's all one sport. We're all fans.
I have
We're all
heard
one
it's
big family.
really fun to go to one of their games. I've never
It
been,
is.
but I would like to sometime.
I went to a game last year, 2 years? No, last year. It was a good time. They work with a lot of different baseball organizations across the region to promote youth baseball and the baseball community as a whole. And of course, their mascot is a water tower. I love it. Absolutely love it. So here we are, just about at the end. Batting cleanup, I see Rumpke. And so once Rumpke's here, that's it. They're followed up by the Cincinnati Streetcar, which is starting service now that the parade is done.
This has gone by very quickly. At least it feels like it.
We got a lot of people we want to thank. We want to thank Jennifer Teipel from Campbell Media, Brady Works, Kevin Sluter also from Campbell Media. We want to thank our director, Steve Sobel, also Darius Jones, and Tom Potter, Master Control from City Cable. I want to thank our bucket truck operator from the Department of Traffic and Engineering from the City of Cincinnati. I want to thank our volunteer crew, Glenn Hartong, Jason Dudley of ICRC, Kevin Sluter, Brady Works, Hunter, our interns. Don't forget our interns, Hunter Oaks, Carter Brinkman, Diana Hodge, all interns with TBNK. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm
And
Bill
we're
Reinhardt.
signing off from Ray Street and Garfield. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.